We're really kind of blessed in the line of work that we do is because we help people achieve on a regular basis.
Oh, I think the fact that we played a real valuable role there through those rough periods, that was pretty powerful.
And I've had clients that only signed up for 3 months, and I've had them for 3 years.
Be in my car and just a big old smile because of what I've changed their lives, and that's there's no word to describe it.
I was an environmental engineer before, working in the corporate world.
I had my daughter maybe a year before, and I was feeling really terrible about myself. I had high blood pressure, high cholesterol. All I wanted to do was lay around.
It's just, I went through a really bad period, and I wasn't exercising, and I wasn't feeling well. And I had a family member pull me aside about 8 months after Nathan was born, and they were like, you need to get it together.
I put every obstacle out there could be. Money, time, all of it.
Went to a church concert with a bunch of friends from church. It's all going great. Heading home, heading back to my house, heading around S-turn. Ended up turning to the side, went off the road.
My whole life I played sports, and of course with sports there's an exercise, conditioning, practice component.
I was a high school teacher. I taught high school. How high school? Taught civics to ninth graders.
Ended up having bruised lungs, traumatic brain injury, seizing at the scene of the accident, and from then they told my parents, probably wouldn't walk again at all. Definitely not out of the hospital.
And I just saw that exercise is not only for your physique and for the physical side. I believe it's a huge mental component that it gives you as well. Confidence, and that's how I got into this field.
And that was going to be my second career, was to be a personal trainer. And then when I got into it, I realized, I really like this part of helping people. This is cool.
Seeing kind of the route that I took and the fitness that kind of came with that, and kind of how I saw that fitness changed me through going, I had nothing. I was at base zero, basically an infant again. My brain basically restarted. But, from seeing the progress and what exercise and fitness does for the mind, the body, that's kind of how I found that this was probably something I wanted to go into for myself.
And when Chris started his business, it was quite a success. And one day he just said, hey, why don't you become a teacher for adults and combine your hobby with sharing your talent? And I was like, yeah. And so together, we became Body Within.
I do get satisfaction out of what I do because you know what? A lot of the clients give back to me as well.
You always come out of there feeling like you made that person's day better.
One of the things that we do well at Body Within is that we give people the confidence to start to say, gosh, now that I know how to use my body, I can use my body.
Well, I come in at 6 o'clock in the morning, they're dragging, how you doing? Oh, tired, but it's amazing because after we're done with the workout, they're on top of the world. They're on cloud 9.
They made me feel comfortable, and then I want to bring that to somebody else. It is difficult to have somebody come in your home, and it's difficult to have somebody say, do a push-up or do a sit-up while I stare at you. So I want them to feel comfortable and know that I'm not judging and I'm just there to help and get them to where they want to go.
So when meeting a client, there's a lot of expectations, I think, on both sides. But once you start talking with them and getting to know them, and when you're about third or fourth units in, appointments, that's when you really start to build that rapport. And I've had clients that only signed up for 3 months, and I've had them for 3 years. So that's kind of something good on our side where, we're doing something right, I think.
The reason why I love my job is watching people succeed, watching people become something that maybe they never thought was possible.
I think my main goal from a business standpoint is to not have the most customers, is to have the happiest customers. I've really felt that Body Within doesn't need to be huge. but it needs to be, you know, like they say, small giants. But if we have the happiest customers out there, you know, in our wheelhouse of who we service and what we do, I think we'll always have customers, number one. And, you know, we're a referral-based business, so we take a lot of pride in that. And we love getting referrals because every single time it's always the best compliment you can receive. And those never get old.